Okay, we're here with a deck profile. Hello, and who are you? Introduce yourself. Ignore the guy on the left, by the way.
I'm Contijn Kamerbeek. I'm from the Netherlands.
Okay, and what place did you
What is it? I got 18th.
get? What deck? He's done. He's done. He's done.
I got 18th place in the Genesys championship.
What deck did you play?
Red Dragon Archfiend with Light and Darkness Ritual.
Okay, why did you play this deck?
Because I like Red Dragon Archfiend and I like Chaos.
Contijn
Stop! Look at the picture! Yeah, the fuck! I have to cut your ass!
I am not. It doesn't matter.
Reflection!
I'm putting this in the Discord. I'm putting this in the Discord, man.
Okay, let's stop! Stop! I can't see! Okay, start with deck. Please introduce your deck.
Contijn, I'm laying your bed because
Dude, I see your ass and...
don't mind, I'm laying your bed.
Alright, man.
Okay.
Alright, watch out for the charger, by the way.
Okay, then please show us your goo.
Well, we have regular stuff. Well, mainly just the 3 Soul Resonator, 3 Bone Archfiend. That is very normal. 3 Soul, 3 Resonator Call. Very normal stuff. That is just standard. Personally, I like 2 Vision Resonators. Usually you cut one when going second because otherwise you open, you open one, kind of feels sometimes very annoying. But going first, it's kind of nice to have another one in case you gotta mill it again. Because Mind Shuffle being 40 points, you have to kind of cut on something. For me, it was Power of Ice Dragon, so you just play 2 instead of 1. It's still very good.
Which means 2 instead of 3.
Hmm?
You mean 2 instead of 3.
Yeah, usually.
Instead of 1.
Oh,
2 instead
great! This is good. This is
It's
good.
okay, it's okay.
It's okay. I'm just rambling.
The goat is talking.
I mean, honestly, you can also get away with 1, man. I've had situations where it literally did not matter. 3 Crimson Gaia because it's like still very great starter. We have the one of Resonators. We have Synchron, Darkness. I like Crimson. It can be a bit bricky, but I like it. It helps with just making Supernova. And because of all the good Dark Dragon Synchros being pointed, you kinda gotta focus on making Supernova. And then you can't really make much else of the board most of the time.
Nice, and it's 100 points, right?
What's 100 points?
Your deck.
Yeah, my deck's 100 points exactly.
Okay, nice.
We got the one-off Red Lotus King Flame Crime, so you can send your Red Rain, which is, lovely board wipe. It came up quite a lot. More than Supernova to board banish. Crimson Call and King's Resonance to do it again. And Crimson Call because you can search Griffo.
Nice, the bridge.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can technically just search Griffo with Soul Resonator.
You have 2 bridges.
I searched it one more time somewhere else, but it's been too long. I don't fucking remember how I did that one.
No swearing.
Yeah, then for just the chaos
It
stuff.
was legal if you didn't cheat.
It was legal, yeah.
Yeah.
The 10 points for a Griffo is, again, this Chaos Light of Darkness costs a lot of points. You can't really play more than 1. I've had 1 game in the entire run where I opened it.
Yeah, but it's highly searchable, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's highly searchable, but if you see it going second, it's very nice because you can just, before your opponent lays down an Omni Negate or something, you can just get this in the grave, search one of the ritual monsters, get the ritual spell in grave, you have some extra pushes. Then because this is 0 points and it just searches you the rituals, you just play 3 of these. You can send them with Bone Archfiend, immediately activate their effect, you send the ritual spell. And even if you don't get to search, you can still add them back, or you can shuffle to summon. And with Vision Resonator, that's an instant Crimson King.
Yeah, and no Black Chaos, because we have no points for that.
Yeah. Black Chaos, I mean, you can technically run it, but you're basically going to suffer in the non-engine department if you do. Because then it's really small on points. Just 1 of each of the rituals. Personally, Blackluster Soldier did not come up that often. I was usually just having Dark Chaos on the field. And in the entirety of day 1, I forgot I could banish it face down, so...
Yeah, we'll cover these details.
Yeah, I did remember in day 2, but yeah. And the Mind Shuffle, because, yeah, it's very worth it. It's 40 points, but it's still great. And then because I decided to cut Black Chaos at like an hour before I had to submit deck lists, we got to play the Nibiru's and the Book of Eclipse. Because before that, it was literally just 3 Forbidden Chalice, 2 Final Bringer of the End Times, and a Book of Lunar Eclipse, because I could not find a 3rd copy of this card, so Lunar Eclipse it was. But this gave a bit more, and Nib has won me like 3 games by just being in my hand.
Solid.
Even one situation where it just came up where because it was the best move for some reason, it was to tribute summon Nibiru, so I could bounce it with Mind Shuffle.
Is there anything that you would cut or change, or you think you're happy with that list?
I mean, personally, Book of Lunar Eclipse did barely anything, but that's mainly because I only really saw it against Blitzkrieg, where they usually already had Whisk. And I forgot to side it out against Dark Lords, and I drew it, which meant I just had a dead card in hand, because I can't target their fusion monsters, so it doesn't do anything then. So
Nice.
personally, Book of Lunar Eclipse felt a bit meh, especially compared to something like Book of Eclipse, but it is a free card compared to that.
Oh, nice. Let's get to your extra deck.
Yeah. Well, for the extra deck, because we have a lot of space, because we can't really play the Pointed Dark Dragon Synchros, and you don't really want to play more than Dark Dragon Synchros. The only non-Dark Dragon Synchro in here is Berserk with the Tengi, which never came up, so...
Nice.
Like, Crimson Resonator and Red Rising Dragon both lock you into Dark Dragon Synchros the turn you activate their effects. Like, you cannot summon anything else in Dark Dragon Synchros. So, it literally doesn't matter. Red Rising Dragon, I decided to do 2, because you don't really need 3, because you can just use Archfiend of Chaos to shuffle them back into the extra deck. Which, I did a lot of stuff with that, especially with, like, Kaijus in the side deck. 1 Kubel, because you still have situations where you already used one Archfiend's effect to level modulate, and then you don't have the right levels, so you just need to have a level 7 just in case. So you can just synchro into that. Just Crimson King, Scarred, and Scarlights. I think Scarred is still quite worth running because it lets you get RDA for some extra synchro plays. Crimson King is just kind of needed because you just get the 2 searches. It also helps play around stuff like Skullmeister when you use Vision Resonator, because then Vision Resonator chainlink 1, Crimson King chainlink 2, which plays around Skullmeister a lot. I forgot to play around that one time against Dark Lords, and that basically cost me the game. That kind of hurt. Scarlight's burn effects came up once against Magnet Warriors because they kept reviving themselves, and I needed to get the... I don't remember the name, the orange one, to revive, so I could go into battle phase and just kick over all of them and then attack for game.
You mean Delusion, probably.
No, the small guy, level 4.
Oh, yeah.
Bane, because level 10 synchros, there are not a lot of them. I decided Bane Tyrants. I haven't summoned Bane. I summoned Tyrant once. It did not matter. They're both not that important. Personally, you probably can just cut Tyrant altogether. Bane is still kind of decent. Tyrant is a board wipe, nobody expects it, but I could probably cut it.
Yeah, at least there's still RDA cards.
Yeah,
That's the most
and,
important part.
That's pretty... I was like, it's RDA, it's shiny, why not? I've got the extra deck space. Stormbane Dragon the Storbane came up quite a lot. I even had one situation where I banished Supernova from grave and then send the Storbane to the grave with Bone Archfiend to summon Supernova to the field. Because when sent to the grave, you special summon a banished dragon. So yeah, it's quite handy. I haven't actually had it be a quick effect yet, but I just had moments like against Labyrinth where all their monster zones were full and they only had summoning traps to just banish all their back row, kick over all of their monsters, and that was the game. And then because, once again, I have the extra deck space, I just decided to run Hypernova and Red Nova Dragon to have all the Nova Dragons.
All the RDA cards.
I've had multiple times where I could make Hypernova Dragon, but usually when you make it, it just feels way more resource intensive than just making Supernova. Because if you do that, you need specifically to have all your other monster zones to be tuners and 1 Dark Dragon Synchro, and then you can make it. And while it is a very strong effect, I just prefer Supernova because it's easier to make, takes less resources, and it also comes back, so you don't have to worry about searching King's Resonance every turn to get it back. So while I did have both of these, neither of them came up as well. So that's mainly it for the extra deck.
Nice. Let's get to the side deck goo.
I mean, the side deck was nothing special. I did 2 Skullmeisters because I couldn't find a third copy anywhere.
Still winning. Still winning.
I mean, yeah, I did see him a lot, but because most of the decks I was playing against, it didn't really matter. Like, at some point, I didn't really side it in against Blitzkrieg, because I barely ever saw it, and usually they were either winning too much that it didn't matter, or I was just not getting destroyed by card effects, so it doesn't matter, because they can't kill Supernova with card effects, and most of the rituals are unaffected, and if they do target, you just bounce it. So most of the time, it just felt like a little bit win more. At first, I just wanted to do 2 Kaijus, but it was better. I was told it was better to just run a bit more, so you could search with Kaiju Slumber. And I did, although I usually ended up only siding in 3 Kaijus and never really siding in the 4th one. And what I did to one guy was basically after all my Kaijus were in the grave, and then was the turn after I used Slumber, I could shuffle back a Kaiju with Archfiend of Chaos, and then I could banish Slumber to search the Kaiju again. Which was very fun. My opponent really enjoyed that move. Then because, well, Blitzkrieg was very few points, and I was kind of expecting it, the field spell is basically full combo for them, so it was like Vidos. It did matter, actually, against like 2 Blitzkrieg matches. It just mattered. At some point, I just kept it in against Blitzkrieg, because even if I went first, it stops them. Because I almost lost the Blitzkrieg match, because they could search a second field spell. They didn't, which is why I still won. But that's why I just kept it in, and it did actually end up mattering. Twin Twisters just for a generic back row removal. It wasn't I didn't usually put it in. Only against Labyrinth did I actually put it in. For the rest, it was just kind of in my side deck in case I actually didn't need it. But most of the decks I played against were monster heavy, not back row heavy.
Nice, nice. So what were your matchups, and against which decks did you lose to?
Well, I have only lost to 2 different decks, Blitzkrieg and Dark Lords. And those were basically all on day 2. Only 1 Blitzkrieg loss on day 1, and 2 rounds I did not have an opponent, because round 1 my opponent never arrived, so I got a free win. In round 2, if I recall, that was Blue Eyes Primite, where in game it is basically just a die roll where I won the die roll. I went first, set up a combo he didn't beat, he went first, set up a board I didn't beat, and then in game 3 I nibbed him, and that was that. After he decided to... I didn't have a very good hand, made a bit of a half board because couldn't do a whole lot. He still had some non-engine. And I basically stopped him from making a board with Nibiru, and at that point I still had follow-up. I just killed him after that, and then we moved on. Game 3 was against Labyrinth, where I just waited until all his monster zones were full, used the Storbim to banish some Dark Dragons, and then banished his back row, and then summoned Red Dragon Archfiend, put all of his stuff face down, kicked it to death, summoned RDA again, tok tok tok, and that was that. Game 4 was against Mimigul, which is where I got to Kaiju, which was very nice. That's where I started really messing around a bit more, because like I had not practiced with the Chaos stuff at all when going in. So that's when I started messing around a bit more with shuffling stuff back with Archfiend of Chaos. One of the other fun things that you can do is you can shuffle back Vision and King's Resonance, so then you can use Bone Archfiend to summon and send Vision. In case you need to search something else off of Crimson Gaia, you can put these 2 back, you can then dump Vision with Bone Archfiend, let's say, and then Vision can search King's Resonance again. So you don't actually have to keep searching King's Resonance with Crimson Gaia, you can use it for other stuff. Game 5 was against Blitzkrieg. That was the first time I played against Blitzkrieg, and I did end up losing that in Game 3 when they opened both Crackle and Whisk turn 0.
Yes, we love to get sacked by that.
Yeah, I could have probably played that a little bit better, but it is what it is. It was my only loss of day 1, and you know, we take those.
Yeah, 7-1 in first first day is impressive.
And I mean, I had 2 more Blitzkrieg matches in round 7 and round 8, and I did beat both of those. Mainly because, well, round 6 the guy bricked like twice,
Yep, that's also typical Blitzkrieg. Yeah.
So I just killed him, and round 7 we had I just locked in game 3 and played through Nib and like another hand trap, and managed to set up a board he couldn't out with like 4 cards in hand.
Okay, nice. We are not going to talk about day 2. We are.
Day 2 I only won round 9 because my opponent was playing the main event, man.
Yeah.
The others I was at top table, filled a second deck check, man. That even though I'd gotten new sleeves.
Yeah, we also ain't talking about that.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
man.
Let's come to the most important part, of course. Also, like again, congrats, Mr. Kamerbeek,
Yeah.
for topping, get top 18 with RDA, Light and Darkness Ritual. But yes, the most important part. Any shoutouts that you want to do?
Any shoutouts? Guido Hendricks. He basically helped build the deck.
Due to not safe for work reasons, we can't show you up there, but
That is
because we
very
have a
true.
naked guy, I have to cut that video down.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the Dark Lord guy who basically got his list from him as well. Anyways, shout out to Han for making some very good last minute adjustments, like convincing me Black Chaos was not worth it, and to cut it for free 20 points so I could run Nib. Very helpful. Thanks to you as well. Vin.
Yeah, I also can't show my face due to not safe for work reasons.
Yeah. But I got some practice matches in, like 1-2 matches just before the event started, so I actually got to understand what I was doing with Chaos stuff. So because I've only played RDA before the event started, so that was quite nice. And I guess shout out to everybody else in here who just gave.
You know who you are.
I'm not mentioning them, but they know who they are.
Wow. You also want to shout out to other people on the Airbnb? They miss you as well.
I mean, sure, why not?
Okay.
They help, man.
Okay.
They give some good ideas.
Okay. And that's with the deck profile. We'll see you guys in the next video.